Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Rogue ST Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson and welcome into your Golf Central update. We are live at Congressional Country Club all week for the 2022 KPMG Women's PGA Championship, the third women's major of the season. It is a field stacked with major champions, including the likes of your defending champion, Nelly Korda. She will be heading out on Thursday at 7:33 a.m. Eastern, alongside three-time winner of this event, Inbee and the youngest ever champion of this championship, Brooke Henderson. Nelly spoke to the media earlier today.
It just depends on the weather we get. I think we're going to get some weather on Wednesday evening and Thursday morning, which I think it's going to soften up the golf course a little. And it just depends on how they set it up. It can be a big beast, or it could be a little soft like I saw this morning. I think they watered the greens and it was a lot softer than when I was chipping in the afternoon. So it just depends on how PGA America is going to set up the golf course.
But overall, certainly a major test.
Oh yeah. It's going to be a really fun track.
Awesome. We'll open it up for questions, Steve, and then Amy.
Nelly, it's one thing to come back after a 4-month layoff and have one good round. To come back and be in contention the way you have been in a couple of events, what do you attribute that to?
It's a good question. I've put in a lot of work, honestly. I put in a lot of work into my body and also my golf game since I've been back, and I've just been about consistency, and I think it's also about the attitude you have on the golf course. I feel like the more you enjoy it out there, the better you play, the less you get kind of ticked off, the less things go wrong, I guess, in a sense. So since I've been back, I've made sure that I've had a good attitude and enjoyed every second of it, and I think that's contributed to my good play.
So would you say the fact that you missed it during that 4-month period has led you to have a much better attitude now as you play?
For sure, yeah. I think life is about perspective, and when you look at it a different way, you enjoy and you have a lot more respect for the game, and you're a lot more humble about it too, and you just enjoy yourself a lot more. And I think that goes a long way in golf, because golf is about, a lot of it is mental.
Amy, and then up front to Garrett.
Nelly, you talked about a lot of the work that you've put in recently. How has that changed at all over the last few months, given all that you've been through?
Like recently, like still on the road, if I'm still doing all that, I have a physio with me, and I do a lot of pre-round stuff and post-round, so I'm still working hard. I'm still making sure that I'm doing everything just so I don't go back to my shoulder injury. So I've definitely putting a lot more time into my body, in a sense being what my parents say, a little bit more professional.
Heard Tiger Woods talk over the years about that it takes him hours to get ready to come up, get ready or after a round. How long does it take you to sort of, get ready and then at the end of the day, what's that sort of look like for you?
I typically get to the golf course 2 hours before my tee time, and after, it just depends on my body. Obviously, if I'm not hitting it well, I'll have a little warm down, but I'll always have an hour session with my physio as well after.
So since Inbee won 3 straight titles from 2013 through 15, we've seen 6 different winners over the last 6 years. Other than Sun Hyun Park in 2018, the other 5 women all won their first major championship at this event, including Brooke Henderson in 2016. Henderson had to adjust the length of her driver this year to conform to meet new USGA and RNA rules. And she talked about how she's done that when she joined us on set earlier today.
It was a very long process of, trying to find the correct driver to switch into, and it was a lot of testing. Pretty annoying, actually, but, I think working with Ping and my sister and my dad, we've really come with a great driver that I'm really comfortable with now, and that's really exciting. It was actually a family friend that suggested that shaft that I won with, so I owe a lot to him, too. So I think, just a lot of testing, and I started gripping at the end, too, which I never did before, so that was a big adjustment as well. Yeah, I'm disappointed that I had to switch from the 48 because I love that club. It was definitely my favorite in the bag, but this one has been working out pretty well too.
I would say so. In fact, if we take a look at your total driving rank and compare it to years past, you're doing pretty good. You've made the adjustment pretty well. Now, total driving is including distance and accuracy. You can see has always been one of the best drivers on the LPGA Tour. Worst rank in the last 7 years is 11th, and third last season, third currently this season. When you were going through those testing things, what was maybe one of the biggest challenges that you had to adjust to?
I definitely lost distance when I first switched, which I didn't like to see. And so, just trying to find the correct head with the correct shaft. And, I'm very much creature of habit in terms of a lot of my clubs have been the same for a lot of years. I just kind of update to the new club, but not necessarily a new version. So that was a big adjustment, trying to find the correct things that really fit well together. And I think it was a test of patience as well. But as you can see, it's all worked out pretty well so far. And as I get more comfortable with this driver and gripping at the end, I've been able to increase distance again, getting it back to where it was prior to the switch. So hopefully, just as I get more comfortable, it will continue to go in the right direction.
So Brooke Henderson looking for her second win at this championship this week. As we take a look at the multiple-time winners of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, Mickey Wright leads the way with 4 wins in the early late 50s, 60s. Annika Sorenstam has also achieved the three-peat, 3 consecutive wins alongside Inbee Park as well. Siri Pak broke through in 1998, and Inbee Park addressed the media earlier today.
We're here with Inbee Park, one of the great champions in this tournament's history, 3-time KPMG Women's PGA Championship winner. Just how special is the KPMG Women's PGA Championship for you?
Yeah, I've had great memories with this tournament. Obviously, winning 3 times in a row was a very special memory of me. And since the PGA took over, we've been playing some great golf courses. I have been really enjoying every single year of it, whether I win or not. I think I have been enjoying it so much. And obviously, this year is going to be a very special year on a very special track.
How incredibly difficult is it, can you explain, to win a major 3 years in a row?
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. Yeah, but if you ask me if I could do it now, I think it'll be pretty impossible to do it. But back then, I just my game and everything was in great shape, and I was probably putting a lot better than what I am now today. But I don't know how I did it, but somehow I was able to do it. I think every player has that moment in their career where everything seems to be going the right way. Every little move is the right move. I think it was that time of my career.
Well, now we're back here several years later. We're at Congressional. Had you been here before this week?
No, first time. I played Sunday and Monday 9 holes each.
So what do you think about this course? It seems pretty spectacular out there.
Yeah, they're obviously in fantastic shape, and I really love their layout of the golf course. It was quite windy last couple of days, so it was quite quite tough. Playing pretty tough and pretty long. And the greens are really, really tricky. So you just gotta put yourself in the right spot, and you just gotta be putting really well this week.